All right, welcome back to the Week 4 predictions for Cousin Dana's Fantasy Football League. This week, 2 packs a day, Jen plays St. Krebs. This is a winner's showdown. ESPN projects at 136 to 132 for 2 packs a day, Jen. We're not really that surprised. We got Danny Dimes, or Indiana Jones, as we like to call him, Daniel Jones, versus Lamar Jackson. In that quarterback battle, hands down, every day of the week, Daniel Jones is twice the player of Lamar Jackson. We all know that. So probably going to win. Really, I got you in the running back department, the wide receiver department. Pretty much my entire lineup is solid, which is going to spell trouble for you. I know ESPN projects it 4, but it's probably not going to work out in that manner. I think I probably beat you by 20. Nobody's going to be shocked if it happens. Like nobody's going to be mad. It's like some things just is what it is. Now, just so you guys know, as you know, back in the day, I used to be allergic to beer, and I quit drinking that. Well, the last 2 nights where I drank Coke Zero, my nose runs. So I don't know. Maybe I'm allergic to Coke Zero. You know what I mean? So it's not that big a deal. St. Krebs, are you going to win? Here's the thing. You're looking at numbers when you look at this roster. I know in your professional career you look at numbers, but I don't know how good you actually are at looking at numbers because these numbers tell me that the lineup that you have is terrible. All right, no offense. You're going to go 500 this week. I'm going to remain 4-0. Nobody's shocked. This week, Late Dog plays Team Phillips. This is an epic matchup. 6 games betwixt you two, 1 win. So, this is an epic battle. But I will tell you something that's completely wild is that Late Dog is projected to win by 40 points. And I do not just necessarily go with ESPN's projections, but this one is a very simple deal. I don't even have to look at your rosters. I mean, I am looking at them, but you were projected to lose by 40 points. That may be the largest projection I've ever seen on ESPN Fantasy Football app. By that alone, Team Phillips, you are not going to win this week. You can mark it down. Lake Dog has got this one in the bag, and I don't even think it's going to be close. I don't want to hurt your feelings. It's just saying it's looking sad. It's looking like a bad deal. I hope you get back, but this isn't going to be your week. You know what I mean? You're good at lots of stuff, so many different activities you're good at. But this one is not going to be it. And sorry about your luck, hun. All right, so next we have Little Wheezy versus Team Krebs. This is an epic girl battle showdown here. You guys got me nervous. I mean, you girls got me nervous on this one. Okay, Little Wheezy, 129 is your projection. Team Krebs, you're projected 131. You do have a 1-2 record. That's a losing record, in case you hadn't done the math on that. Little Wheezy has a winning record. Last week you were 500. You had a shot to go above 500, but you did it. You lost, and it wasn't really even close. Everybody knew I was probably going to pull out the victory. You know what I mean? And I did, and nobody was shocked by it. Like nobody woke up to a surprise. So sorry about your luck. But Little Wheezy on this one, you're projected to lose this one this week, which is kind of crazy. Your receivers, Krebs, are terrible. Except for Egbuka, who's in your flex. This is a tough one to call because it looks like you have a lot of really good players, Lil Weezy. But the only reason you won last week is because of the Vikings defense scored an all-time, probably fantasy high for their team at 32 points. But I got to be honest. I think Lil Weezy wins this one, 3-1. Team Krebs, no offense, you're going to go down this week. Nobody get your feelings hurt. Just do better in life. That's all we can ask for is just doing better in life. You know what I mean? And I'll see you with the recap. So good luck, everybody.